Hello and welcome back to another weekly news recap from top stories around the Philippines. If you want to see daily topics, check out my brand new channel called Asia Now. I've left a link in the description down below. I just released a video on that channel called the 5 types of men that visit the Philippines. I think you might find that interesting. Let's get into today's topic. In this video, I'll tell you about an American found unresponsive in the waters of Mualboal, another foreigner caught by Bureau of Immigration for charges in the US, fake marriages to Chinese men, several women rescued from trafficking, cops caught cheating on cops by other cops, catfishing for jobs in Thailand, and Naya loses cooling power on 2 of its towers. Before we get started, take a quick second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's jump into it. It's extremely hot in the Philippines. Temperature soaring over 40, just like it is in Thailand. Many schools face-to-face being shut down, and the USD is gaining more ground on the peso. 1 USD equivalent to about 57.7 last I saw pesos. Our main story today is about an unfortunate event that took place in Mualboal, Cebu. An American was found unresponsive a day after he was reported missing at the beach. A body of an American national was found in the waters of Barangay Tubal, Mualboal Town, Cebu around 7 a.m. Sunday, April 28th. The victim has been identified as James Edward Hickman, 65 years old, a resident of Barangay Lagtad, City of Naga. According to Mualboal police, Hickman was reported missing on April 27th while he was swimming with his friends and family at Basdaku Beach. A sad reminder to all of us to be careful when we're out there. I know for me personally, I had no idea about undercurrents and all these different conditions of the ocean and the water. Who knows what really happened? Maybe he had some physical cramps. I don't know, but may he rest in peace. And moving on to our next story. Another foreigner arrested by the Bureau of Immigration and soon to be deported. This is a Serbian national wanted for charges of narcotics in the U.S. The Bureau of Immigration said its agents have arrested a Serbian national wanted by federal authorities in the U.S. for selling illegal drugs. The BI's Fugitive Search Unit, FSU, identified the fugitive as 60-year-old Predrag Mirkovic, who was arrested on April 25th. I don't know what it is, maybe because I'm doing the news more and researching more stories. I've seen a lot of more foreigners being apprehended by Bureau of Immigration lately. Maybe they're being more strict, I have no idea, but yeah, another story for you guys. Next up is a topic that's not really nice to talk about, but it is important. The thing is, in the Philippines, many times when I do stories, some of the annoyances by older gentlemen that want to take the younger Filipina abroad to Thailand, Vietnam, or just like a week-long, month-long vacation, they have to jump through hoops like provide proof of relationship, pictures, maybe. I don't really know what the requirements are, but sometimes the BI, Bureau of Immigration agents, pull the woman aside and ask her several questions to ensure that she's in safe hands. And it annoys the people that are involved, that are actually in love and genuine and want to maybe pursue the relationship by exploring the parts of the world. But now I see why the immigration of the Philippines is so strict, because of stories like this. The BI intercepted a who attempted to escort 8 victims rescued to work in Israel despite the ongoing crisis in the area. The BI said that the female attempted to depart with the victims on board. Staying on the topic, let's talk about some fake marriages. Another 2 victims of suspected fake marriage to Chinese men were intercepted last April 23rd at the Naya International Airport. The BI said that the victims were bound for China. Those 2 stories, actually this week there was a couple more stories, but I think we had enough of that. The point of this is that hopefully that us foreigners get a little bit more understanding as to why immigration is so strict. And for the Filipinas, please, I know maybe you're trying to earn a living, maybe work abroad, but you have to use your brain a little bit. If you have someone saying, hey, let's go to Israel, I have a job for you. Come on. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but I really want also the Filipinas and the Filipinos to be aware that not all foreigners are nice, that there are some very bad apples amongst all cultures, nationalities, everybody. Sometimes if the offer seems to be too good to be true, perhaps just decline it or do some more research into it. Make sure it's an agency. Don't go anywhere if you have to pay for like application fees or flight fees, some kind of BS like that. Speaking of which, another Filipino man was actually catfished into believing he received a job offer in Thailand when actually there was no such thing. A 29-year-old Filipino man attempted to illegally work on an online gaming company in Thailand was apprehended by the Bureau of Immigration at Naya International Airport. The man, whose identity was withheld, was suspected to be a victim of catfishing, a deceptive online practice where someone creates a fake persona to manipulate or exploit others. According to the BI, the man initially presented himself as a tourist and on a short vacation to Thailand. Our next story is about 4 police officers. Two police officers were charged with adultery and concubinage after they were caught by their respective spouses having sex inside a vehicle in a mall parking lot in Calabas City. In a police report, it said that the spouses of the two police officers were also cops, have long been suspecting that the two were having an affair. On Thursday, April 28th, the legal spouses tried to confront their alleged cheating husband and wife after seeing them having sexual intercourse inside a parked vehicle. The husband of the cheating wife the vehicle's tire while the wife her unfaithful husband in the leg and shoulder as he alighted the vehicle and tried to run away. Despite having a flat tire, the cheating wife fled. The wounded errant cop was brought to a hospital for treatment while the other was still being subject to a manhunt operation. Looky here, man. I know cheating happens. That's not, I think, the thing here. But if you're married, and if you're a police officer, and you're just trying to pull up in the leg, come on. What do you think is gonna happen? They know who you are. That's like just, it is what it is, man. I don't understand people like that. What goes over you that I'm gonna somebody in the leg and in the shoulder. What, they're not gonna find you? What are you gonna, like, what was let's move on. Bit of a controversy when it comes to tattoos and policemen. Here's the full story. Both uniformed and non-uniformed civilian police personnel are required to have their visible tattoos removed. Aspiring policemen were also not allowed to have tattoos at all. Okay, so tattoos are like changing. The culture of tattoos are very, very different than what it was 20, 30 years ago, or even before that. I mean, sometimes you even see in our newspaper where the older Filipina lady she's really famous for tattooing people. I mean, it's like a whole tourist attraction now, or, the Philippines are being praised for the tattoo skills, all this stuff. But now the police department, or whoever's in charge, says that these people have to get their tattoos removed, which is a little bit excessive to me. To get it removed, I don't know about that. Maybe you can say new police people should, I don't know. Regardless, this was not well received by some people. So now they've gone ahead and switched back to saying it's against freedom of speech and all this stuff. I think the whole idea is kind of up in the air. They came out with it, but now I think it's put on hold. I don't know the latest details on that story, but as of a couple of days ago, they kind of halted that situation about police having to remove their visible tattoos, including civilians as well that are not in uniform. So leave your thoughts down below. I know tattoos are like a hot topic sometimes, especially when it comes to dating, about women having tattoos, all that stuff. And everybody has their own opinion, but this is going to affect people's jobs. And I think the police have a lot more things to worry about in the Philippines than their tattoos. But that's just my personal opinion. Leave yours down below. As mentioned earlier, the heat is crazy in the Philippines, and it doesn't help when you try and take a flight at the airport and two of its cooling towers go down. A technical issue caused a temporary shutdown of two cooling towers at the Naya International Airport. According to an advisory from the Manila International Airport Authority, the engineering team is actively addressing the situation to restore full functionality of a cooling tower as swiftly as possible. Now, personally, I talk about the Naya Airport quite often on this channel because I can relate. I go through there quite often, and heating issue is something else they don't want to deal with. I'm so glad that there's a new management team taken over in September. Apparently, they run some of the most top-ranked international airports. I can't wait to see what they do with that Naya International Airport. Hopefully they can bring it out of its slump. And that's it. I put a lot of effort into this video. I collected stories from all throughout the week. If you enjoyed it, just drop me a like. Let me know you enjoyed it as well. And leave your comments down below. Let me know which of these stories you found the most interesting. Anything you want to share, if you take the time to write it, I'll take the time to respond. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a regular content, some interviews. Concubinage. Is that even a word? Concubinage? Concubinage. For fucking around, basically.